Welcome everyone to the third episode, but really first important episode of the Madden Mastery series, where we finally start the regular season. Had the first episode to kind of lay the laws of the land, second episode to do a little bit of preseason action, but here in the third episode, it is time for the regular season. And our game of the week will be us using the Arizona Cardinals facing off against the Los Angeles Chargers. Obviously, there is no stats because obviously nothing has happened yet, but they did sign Bobby Wagner, if you take a quick little look there. We are missing middle linebacker Mac Wilson Sr. as well as corner Sean Murphy Bunting. So that will definitely not help us. But I still feel like we can really get something done. But this Chargers team is pretty good. I'm not going to sit here and lie. This is a very good team, especially with that signing of Bobby Wagner at that Mike linebacker position. So it'll be interesting, but we're the same overalls. It'll be interesting to kind of see how things go. Here are the highlights.
Desperation time here. It's caught by Wilson. That'll be the first and more. It's an Arizona touchdown. All right, so the offense.
Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA. Quentin Johnston picking it over. They're lining up for two.
The Chargers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Here's Lance now. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the fourth.
Be aggressive with the new set of downs.
Back to throw, Minshew. Pass complete, that's Devin Duvernay. Toward the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown, Arizona. The beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock. Well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the first down, too.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Arizona.
Setting up to pass. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. Offense is set. First and 10.
And the Cardinal
Back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
A gain of 14. First down, Cardinals.
He'll look to throw it. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
On the scramble.
Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set.
At the 17-yard line.
From the gun, Love gets it. Escapes the defender. Oh, and he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding, very important field goal for Chad Ryland. For an easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. It's good. Kick sail. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Sends this to the end zone. And that's the game. The interception does it. Picked off by Garrett Williams.
What a game. There's a reason it was the game of the week, and a phenomenal performance by Gardner Minshew. I'm going to be honest, Jacoby Brissett starter. At the start of the season, I swapped it so I would have Beck starting instead of Gardner Minshew or Jacoby Brissett. But then Beck gets hurt, Minshew comes in, and Gardner Minshew is the perfect example of a backup quarterback. I don't want him to ever start for any of my teams, but if someone has to come in, step in for an injured quarterback, Gardner Minshew is my man, and he put on an absolute clinic, help us come back, win the game in overtime. Excellent job by everyone involved. Steelers, we played the Falcons, and we lost 29-28 because the Falcons in this universe have signed Tyreek Hill. So they have Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Tyreek Hill, and, they got horrible quarterbacks, but those are some very, very good offensive weapons, and frankly, we just weren't able to stop them the way we kind of hoped. Eagles were taking on the Commanders in an absolute bloodbath. Nothing out of the ordinary, I would say, considering where both these teams are at right now. Vikings facing off against the Packers. Got a close win, got a tough win. It was pretty even heading into it, but we got Kyler Murray, we got Jay Jettas. We're going to get that win. Jaguars facing off against the Browns, and we lost. Yeah, losing to the Browns hurts. But we just got to keep moving on. Thankfully, the AFC South isn't that great of a division. Bills facing off against the Texans, able to get a win. I feel pretty good about it, only 21-17, but the Texans have an incredible defense. We have an incredible offense, so it's just kind of a good matchup. And honestly, I feel like CJ Stroud without the dreads is just another washed-up quarterback. Raiders facing off against the Dolphins, kind of last season, definitely a tank bowl, if you would entertain that, but we won 31-0. An absolute shutout, an absolute dominant performance, and I didn't even have to do that much. I only played the fourth quarters. We were up. We had 31 points. No points happened in the fourth quarter, so I'll take that as a resounding yes as to is that a good win. The Saints against the Lions, we got killed. Kind of expected to get killed. Like I said, Saints were probably going to be rebuilding, but 42-14, that's a lot. And that kind of wraps up here week 1. Next episode, we got some interesting games. Bills-Lions, Thursday Night Football. That'll be interesting. Steelers-Patriots, a good classic matchup there. That's honestly it for kind of entertaining matchups that we have. And what an interesting episode. Next episode, I feel like, I'm only less than 10 games. Or no, I'm not like 16 games into playing Madden 27, still kind of figuring some things out. But hopefully next episode is where we really kind of take off, kind of find our stride for all these teams. I feel like Steelers loss should not have happened. Everything else was pretty much to be expected. But hopefully I'll see you all in this next episode.